Hi guys, welcome to this video. ArcoLinux exists already 5 years, and by now you'll know that every month we release ISOs and there are 2 videos. What changed, what's new, right? And how to stay rolling. And this is the video, how to stay rolling. So I put in a virtual machine the previous ISO. I do it with easy installation, and then we see what changed on our ISOs and tell you what to do and how to keep rolling, because that is not a challenge, but there is something you need to know. Things like, for instance, sudo pacman. Let's start with that one. Keys, always these keys, ArcoLinux keyring. That's the thing that is often missing or is not up to date, and then of course pacman stops, because that's the check. Is the package valid? Can it be trusted? And that's done with the ArcoLinux keyring. Now, let's just start with what we normally would do, and that's an update or an update. So even if you make typos like I do, then it's fine. Now, this is one of the things we should talk about. ArcoLinux logout themes, Git, and he says, do you want to replace it with ArcoLinux logout Git? I thought, why keep 2 packages? One for the application and one for the theme. Why not put the themes together in ArcoLinux logout? So basically that's it. The folder moved, the themes moved, because if you do super X now and you have a look, we have this choice, right? That's it. Well, that's it. It's quite a bit, but that's it. So if we change this, replace ArcoLinux logout themes with this guy, yes, right? Things will, stay the same. Yeah, will stay the same, but it moves from package A to B. That's it. So 1.2.227, voila, okay, 3.6 gigabyte and only 25 megabyte of changes. So that's cool, but it's bandwidth that you're using. So maybe it was not clear. The idea is that we move the themes from the ArcoLinux logout to the other package, to the application package, and that's only it. Visually, we move the themes from this package and it's gone, it's not used anymore, and we're gonna put it in here, right? Hope that's clear now. Not my best explanation. What we also do is have a look at, actually we should check what's here as well. So all kinds of things, lots of things from ArcoLinux, and only, here we start, only a few packages for ArcoLinux. So if you're starting it with ArcoLinux, you have to look at the sheer amount of packages that come in and just the few amounts that we have. So basically we're an ArcoLinux system with a few tips and tricks and configs and stuff like that, but basically we're like 90%, if not more, Arch, a few packages from AOR, because hey, that's where the fun is. Arch user repository is called. And the rest is configs. If you want to have i3, you need a config. If you want to have Hyperlink, you need a config, etc. Right? But all the rest is pure Arch, and it's going to be installed. We do not use pamac, which is a great tool. We have it. It's our own pamac. Well, basically, it's a Manjaro package, but by that I mean it's called ArcoLinux pamac all, meaning it's ours. We build it and we make sure it works, right? Because it's interesting to have a look at all the categories of all the folders and all the applications. I mean, what is possible education-wise, etc., etc. This is a nice little thing blinking, right? So it's here, but not only that, you can see at the repositories which package do we have, what's dependencies, what files will it bring, and so on. So if we're looking at the ArcoLinux logout themes, it's basically empty today, right? I made sure that there were no conflicts, so if you still keep it around, then it's just gonna keep this one. But basically all the themes are moved. Logout themes, Candy, Breeze, Handy, Orange, Rune, Sardi, etc. Right? All the themes are there. So this is pacman, which is great, but we don't use it as an update system. Well, I don't use it as an update system. It's all about choices and all about freedom in Linux. So this is my freedom. I send everything to the terminal and have a look. grub is now fixed. We have something in place that automatically builds everything, so we can't get into the issue of September 2022 anymore. And this is a thing that's new. We should check that out. I shouldn't forget this one. User share icons. This is an Arch thing. We don't like what's happening to our system because of it. We'll check it out. And this is the ArcoLinux tweak tool. So Ctrl-Alt-E launches the tweak tool, and many things can be done. Archman is here as latest, and Artix is in the pipeline. You can choose to use this tool on all these applications, all these distributions, right? Or not. You don't need to use tools, because tools make you ignorant, not stupid, but well, lazy as well. But in the end, anything can be changed with some knowledge, and where do I change what, and voila. So that's behind this GUI, this ArcoLinux tweak tool. Alacrity changes, so this is an important one. This means that the update is not on your system. Yes, it's on your system, but it's not on your system. This is etcscal.config. It's never going to be used unless you create a new user. So if you want to use it, you need to get this file to your system. So that's what we call a scal alias, to copy paste everything over. But remember already, with Alacrity, there is fish in there, and there is applications all hide, there is root. This is straight to where it should be, user share, SDM, I think, something like that, and themes. As well, Thunar XFCE is here, ZSH. some changes have been done to your system, but they're not used if they're in etcscal. So you need to do something extra if you want to have them or not, right? It's always a choice. So important Linux packages have been changed. Reboot is recommended. Sure. SR is sudo reboot. Next time around it will be reboot, but we'll keep the alias SR. So basically you can reboot without sudo these days. All right. So we're up to date. F12 update. Let's do that one more time. Replace ArcoLinux out with ArcoLinux repo. Yes, no. I thought we'd done that already. Let's see if we get it again, because otherwise I've done a wrong package build. Okay, so it's not coming up again, so that's cool. We want to have the ArcoLinux logout installed and the ArcoLinux logout themes out, so minus. So this looks correct. And if we do super X, we immediately see if it is correct. So we should get a long list of choices. So we can go for a surfing, save settings, escape, super X, and you got these guys. So depending on the, what I do is depending on the icon theme I choose, I could take Candy, for example, with the ArcoLinux Candy Beauty icons, and I got something like this. That goes well together with other icons that we have. And it's all at the top. This one, for example, or yeah, okay, let's have a look. These guys, and then Super X. There's another guy which goes well with it, Candy, and that's Handy. Was it Handy? Orange, Candy, Breeze, Beauty. Save. this goes maybe a little bit better with these colors. Enfin, choices, up to you. What else? We should check the user share icons. So the guys of Arch did something to our system, and they've made this. So at Vita, because we've launched the ATT, right? If you launched ATT, important stuff gets a backup back. And in here is, thank God you don't have to do anything, is Bibata Modern ICE. But I do think that that's because we launched ATT. So Ctrl-Alt-E launches the ATT, and we've made a kind of failsafe, kind of check. Hey, is user share icons default correct? If not, change it back to the one we want, and the one we want is Bibata Modern ICE. Right there. Well, there should be an index theme, and that's the thing. We don't think we change it, but if it's not there, we add it, right? We want it. There has to be something. And with an update of the cursor theme from Arch, something went wrong. So there we go. There's nothing to do here. That's the main thing. Nothing to do here. For the rest, we have stuff in the etc scal that you don't see yet. So etc scal. So this time around, I didn't do a backup scal, so I'll do another way. So you have each update video that's different, and you can actually have a look. So the corner doesn't work. The corner doesn't work. So you go to the, it's either one of those two, right? Is it this one? And then back off. Was it this one or not? Let's see. Yeah, that was this one. So basically didn't change anything, just say click, click. And then we can drag this to corners up here and up there like this. That's one thing. Supershift enter like this. Config. And then you can compare actually, yeah, line per line or folder per folder. It's up to you. Let's do the exercise super F5. So we're launching melt. Folder is faster, of course. Let's make this a bit smaller. So we could say, I have a logic in my brain, right? The left is mine. The left is what I want to change. So the .config goes to, to the right. That's my mistake. To the right. And the one that I want to check with is to the left. So I'm always going from left to right with the code. Left is what we got from ArcoLinux, and right is what I have. You don't have to do this. You can do this, or you just type scal, right? You can type scal, and then you see what it's all about. Scal is now a bash script, and you start reading. Here's a URL you can follow, and it's really is going to detail what is scal for us. It can be a blessing, it can be a curse, right? If a system is broken and you can't log into it, scal will fix your system. i3 will work again, Qtile will work again, Xmonad will work again, because we copy paste correct code to your home directory and make a backup. So let's not do this one in this video. So scal is very easy and everything would be finished with the video. This is the long approach where you say, let me check out what's the same. No, I don't want to know what's the same. Let's check out what changed to ArcoLinux. So we see Alacrity, and we have here basically the original ArcoLinux YML changed, and I just added some text. Basically it's just text, as you see. So this is mine. If I change text with text, nothing will change to my Alacrity, right? Nothing at all. So these guys, developers of Alacrity, they changed some lines, some more explanations. This is gone. And either you do this way, because you think, well, you know that this is an important application for you. You love Alacrity, and you go into detail because you want to learn, okay, So, okay, that's new text here, new text here. And the other approach is where you say, I don't have the time, right? Copy to the right, copy to the right, copy to the right. So, of course, we don't have here ArcoLinux logout, so that's cool. X settings, the welcome app, true auto start false. So that's just a setting of an application. And then let's do this and let's do that. Voila. Variety desktop, auto start, decom, fish is important, right? We have some new aliases, list dir, SPS, SPR, SPRS, yarn fish, which is a shell. Okay, you can add it to yours and compare because, well, you could add, if you work like this, then you could add aliases in here. Here's the remark, right? Sudo reboot is not necessary anymore. It's just reboot these days. Fine, we'll adapt. Oh, what I was saying is either you put it here in this file for fish or bashrc or zshrc, but better is to make a personal file to keep things separate. And I believe it's somewhere at the bottom where they say look for a personal folder. Control find personal folder. I don't think it is in fish, is it? Not in fish, right? So okay, fine. ZSH and bashrc. This is old stuff that we don't have. Variety has changed, has it? Wallpaper auto rotate through. Scale, blur. Okay, choices. Identical. Or keep it, it's entirely up to you. Thunar, XML, XFCE, XCPanel. So small things. Yeah, we've just changed our icon theme, right? So ArcoLinux Candy Beauty. Normally it's Sardi Arc. This just changed place, so that's not important. So you just pick, hand pick, cherry pick the things that you think matter for you, values and all that. Changed around a little bit. Clipman and Pamac tray just place a switcheroo. That's not important. And here's the wallpaper, not important. And gradually you learn what is important in these files. Or, right, or a big or you say whatever. I'm gonna scale this thing. Hey, by the way, Super F5. And now you go back up here, tell him to open it again. Oh yeah, true. So this is the .config. We've not done everything, right? We've just done a folder, which is tedious. It takes a long time, but don't forget you need to check this one as well. You need to check this one as well. This hasn't been changed in quite a while, but it's a file we have. Those are the guys that are important. Bin as well. We've just added something. TIE Fighter. You don't see TIE Fighter here. So if, and that's it. That's the easy bit. If you do scale, voila, everything is copy pasted over, and suddenly you have TIE Fighter round, TIE Fighter round, invert, and so on, meaning anywhere from your system, doesn't matter where you are, you can go for TIE Fighter round, which is this guy. Whoa, let's make this bigger. Or TIE Fighter round invert, that was it, round invert. Or the other guy, tight, just for fun, right? TIE Fighter and then straight. 3 of them. And of course, this is Star Wars, right? There are things in here that are fun, like dog is fun, and there's skull puke, we see it from time to time. So it's easy to have something, well, nice to put somewhere online and say, look, this is my machine. And you make it a little bit bigger so you see the skull. All right, that's just fun stuff. What matters as well, if you want to stay rolling, is go inside Eric bin, so your own name of course, .bin stay rolling 2023, how to get from January to February. And we have here the stay rolling version 1, and there is something here. That's something we should mention. If you run stay rolling, then they say specialties, none, removals, none, installations, none. We will use a different setting in the pacman.conf. SIG level, optional, trust only. Okay, super. Well, Control Shift C. I can do that already. This will be the default setting from now on. You can change if you want or keep the current setting. An explanation is a URL to the website to learn more. Both optional and trusted only, are the default settings. So basically we said let's go to the default setting of pacman.conf. One of the things that's well, there are different ways of doing it, right? And I was just thinking how and why and what should I do. Pacman.conf, that is the configuration file for Pacman, which is our package manager, Pacman, right? And we don't like white, so we go to Pearl, and you see the colors. And here you see some reference to the SIG level. We're talking about ArcoLinux repo. So the SIG level is required database optional. What we're gonna go for the next iterations of the ISOs in 2023 is this setting. No. Then I need to take the whole line. This setting. Optional, trusted only. So Control C. This is gray, but it's ArcoLinux, right? So check. Can do it faster with Control H. And then say replace it. Replace. Replace. Not that one, right? Just the Arco. So we got here optional trusted only, optional trusted only, optional trusted only, optional trusted only. Check and save. Control S. And that's what we've changed to the ISO. So if you keep rolling, this will not be changed. You need to do it manually or not, right? It's just, it's okay. It's the same thing. It's a little bit less in security or signature checking. Wow. But as you see, if you go to this particular link, then it's basically what they say in as the default config. Oh, that's not. No, that was not successful. So let's try that again. This little guy. Well, I can actually click this, I think. Yeah, voila. And we see here the default, right? Optional, default, and trusted only default. So we've just opted to choose the default of Arch. That's that. Now, since we've changed this, we should check it out, right? We really should check it out. The Pacman changed. So update. It's gonna check the configuration and voila, nothing changes, of course. There's one thing we should also tell you about the keys. We have this thing called fixed key. And not only does it exist as this. Okay, stop. It also exists as a lot of things. Alias fix, right? There is fixed key points to the same script. Fixed key, same script. Fixed keys, same script. Fixed keys, same script. We even have an fixed keys with a Z and a scal with double L. If you are somewhere else in another system, then we have that as well. But this is ours. So fixed keys has changed. What happened? So fixed key, fixed keys, whatever. It all points to the same. This is new. You're online. Installing the latest ArcoLinux keyring package from the internet. In the beginning of the video, I said that's the problem always. That's the issue always. ArcoLinux, not us, ArcoLinux has a lot of people. They have a lot of keys, and the keys expire. Or they're new keys. And they're guys who are gone. Old keys. That should be removed. All of that maintenance is in the ArcoLinux keyring. So you need to have the very last one, and then all errors are okay. So basically we go get the new thing, hopefully, right? That is the very last thing, and all the signatures are in here. That's maintained by Arch. And then we do a cleanup. So basically Arch Wiki, we've read what we need to do. We need to remove the pacman databases. We're going to remove the GNU-PG folder. Then we're going to initialize all the keys, and later on we're going to populate all the keys. Et voila, we should be, right? We should be up and running, and everything should work again. We could update and up all as the last thing I should type, but nothing will happen, which is Paru or Yay, choose your AOR helper. If you build something that's not on Arch, that's not on Arco or other repos like Chaotix repo, then up all, right? Update all will also take a look at AUR, and it will build it for you. I think that concludes the how to stay rolling. A little bit longer. I wanted to teach, I guess. Felt like teaching, but that's what we do, right? ArcoLinux, we want to learn. If you stay long enough on ArcoLinux, you're set for the future years. You have gotten an operating system that you understand, that you can maintain, that you can make flexible as well, you can make fast as well. Many tips and tricks how to make an ArcoLinux system fast. So stick around, I would say, learn every month a little bit, and in 5 years time you'll be a pro in Linux. Cheers.